Good evening, my dear friends. We're at very trying times, very uncertain times, and a lot of people are wondering how they can help, including me, as you guys know already. Uh, People are giving money, are getting supplies, and all of those are very important. But everybody wants to know two things. Number one is it not going to be stolen? Is it not going to be abused? Will it be going to the right places? How much of it really goes towards overhead and goes towards helping the people who really want to help and want every dollar to really count? And what's the best thing to do? Where is the best place to invest? How to make sure it gets perhaps to the right location? And I have with me a very talented surgeon and an amazing person, Itai Chen, and he'll tell you some stories perhaps another time how that last name arrived. He likes to make jokes with that. But right now, I want to have him tell you a little bit about his unit, what it is responsible for, and what we're trying to help with. This would bring things specifically to his unit. So you know that everything that you do, every penny will go directly there. Either one, you would be able to do it through the link that we shared on my Instagram, where you can donate the money to the link, and it will be tax deductible. And then we will use that money to buy the necessary equipment. Or if you want to, you can buy the stuff yourselves. Except we want to make sure that it's kind of like not the same idea, but like they do a registry, when they want people not to buy too many things. I think the better way would be to make it organized is simply to either call me, text me, or send the money to that with a note. So you can have a note when you do the donation, because if you do that, it'll be also tax deductible. So I'll just have Itai tell a little bit about what his unit, his new unit was, different than what it was now. He used to rescue hostages and go specific. Tell him a little bit about why your unit was created and what it's doing, and I'll be right back.
Sure. Okay, thank you for the opportunity to share a bit of what I'm doing in the IDF. Currently, I'm in New York. I'm here for training. I'm an ENT surgeon doing training in reconstructive facial plastics for birth defect. And when I became a surgeon, I was recruited for a unique unit which gives the first surgical care for the elite forces up front. The variety of surgeons, general surgeons, orthopedic surgeons, head and neck as myself, and other disciplines, anesthesiologists, ICU nurses, all of us are male participants, and paramedics and medics. And the main idea is to receive wounded soldiers from the front, from in fire distance, and give them surgical treatment. So from tracheostomy to chest tubes to
tracheostomy is basically allowing them to be able to breathe if they cannot breathe, because you have gunshot wounds, everything exploded, they cannot use their nose or mouth, and they'll just swallow and they'll suffocate. So you make a little opening there and make sure that you give them life, they can breathe.
Yeah, so bleeding control from just limbs to internal bleeding controls. And we supposed to maintain those soldiers for a while, because when there is fighting and everything is active, helicopters cannot get in. We need to maintain those wounded soldiers for a while. This is what we train for, and unfortunately, there are times that we need to implement all of what we're training for. So this is about myself. This is about my experience. But around 300,000 reserve soldiers were recruited in 48 hours. unfortunately, this is a bit of chaotic in a systematic way. Gear is not being given um, to each and every unit, and there are some soldiers missing gear, fortunately. So
Is the gear available in Israel, or is the gear?
I would say the essentials, so rifles, vests, helmets are there. I cannot say that um, all of the gear is brand new, cutting edge gear. I mean, you just need to give something for the soldiers to start.
It's not.
And
it's not.
hopefully with time, all of the units will get what they need. But it takes time, and as much as we can help, and you can help, and everybody can help to fasten this process. So if
it saves lives. Basically, the idea you would be able to save lives. It's not only about the fact that they know that not only do they have your back, but you have their back.
Yeah.
They're really at your front, and the question is, can you go without knowing that you're protected in the back? And by our support, they know that we have their back, just like they are the vanguard. They're protecting our lives, our front. So there's simple things that did you already tell them what you?
Yeah, I mentioned the unit that.
Right, you mentioned the unit. So I got the money. It was a little over $15,000 that we needed, and I prepared it. And I was told by Itai, not yet. Let me make sure the logistics how it will make it.
Yeah.
So now that the logistics are there and Itai has the connection where it can go, you guys can donate that money. That money I already gave, and it went instead to buying tourniquets and other stuff through Ross. This, by the way, it was not taken from the fund that we set up. So this is separate, and we've given personally more than that, way more than that. But that's not about that. The point is that right now, if you want to specifically help the unit, one of the things that they're looking for is they're looking to buy shoes, and they have the exact sizes of everyone, the number that they want. Ideally, they want it to be the same color, so nobody kind of stands out. We want to be all equal,
same army, yeah.
Right? So we're one unit, we're all the same, and that's very, very important. I didn't realize how important it is. I thought it's cool, different color of the rainbow, but no. So what you can do is two things. You can either give it at the link, which is if you go on the Instagram bio, you can see it right there, and you can donate, and you can put there where you want it specifically to go. And Itai has a connection with someone who is having airplanes available and a way to pass it quickly through customs on the other side and make sure that it reaches. So nothing is going to be stolen, nothing will disappear. It will get to the right hands because we've already have the right connection for having it happen properly. So please, any questions, feel free to text me or call the office or DM me, or just go online on the link. Itai is also in contact with a friend who is in Canada, the same story, and each one is asking the next, when are you leaving, when are you leaving? The team is already ready there for him. And I have to tell you that I tried to have Itai stay here, and it's because he's married, he's got two beautiful, knock on wood, kids, and it's not easy. It's not easy, to leave your family when you're far away from here. But he's got, other things that he has to do. The question is, where will he be most useful? And I know that's where his decision will be, where he would go. And I would do the same. So anyway, where you can donate if you want to help. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much for.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes. No. Please. The least I can do. Anything I can do. Take care and thank you for joining us.